In a world where the cost of living seems to be rising faster than your own income, managing your money wisely is now more important than ever. Whether you're saving for a big purchase, or whether you're paying down some debt, or maybe you just want some control over your finances, personal budgeting is a really powerful tool that can help you manage your money. Hi, I'm Raminder, and today I'm going to give you a detailed walkthrough of my budget and actuals spreadsheet tracker, which is really easy to set up, really easy to use, and can definitely give you that clarity over your finances. So first thing to do is to head over to the Info tab, which is where you'll have an introduction and some step-by-step instructions. We're going to be covering these instructions in today's video, but these are also in the tracker for your quick reference. Then we head over to the Home tab. And just to show you, we have a navigation menu here. Because there are quite a few sheets, I've added this navigation menu so everything is basically just one click away. We've also got these boxes here. They do exactly the same thing and just take you to the required sheet, but each box has its own summary. So now if we head over to the Categories tab, so let's start with the budget start date. This can be any day, any month, or any year. The budget end date is automatically updated, being 12 months from the date that you entered for the start date. Then you just need to select your currency. If there's a currency that you require that's not on the list, just let me know and I can add it in for you. You have the option of including a starting income rollover. If you would like to include this, you just need to tick this box and just add in your starting balance. But I'm just going to exclude it for this example. Then you just need to enter your subcategories into each of these main categories. And all of this information will automatically feed through to the rest of the tracker. Okay, so now we're ready for our budget. So if we head over to the budget sheet, you'll notice that all the subcategories have been automatically populated here, and then all of our dates are included here. Then it's just a simple case of entering our budget for each month and each subcategory. All inputs need to be in the white cells, and you don't need to worry about any of the formulas. They are all protected, so you don't have to worry about overwriting anything. Okay, so now let's head over to the Actuals tab. The Actuals record is exactly the same layout, except this is where you add your actuals for each subcategory. For all of our subcategories here and all of our dates automatically populated from the category sheet, and then it's just a simple case of going through and entering your actuals for each subcategory against each month. It's completely up to you how you do this. Doing it more frequently just makes it easier to stay on top of your spending. Now let's head over to the Month tab. So we have our monthly detailed analysis dashboard here, which provides a visual summary of your finances in a selected month. Just need to select the month that you want to look at. So let's have a look at July. And what this does, it pulls through all your budget and all your actuals information for the month and for each category and subcategory. We have some headline figures at the top, and we have some summary charts just below that, and then it goes into a bit more detail by category and subcategory in terms of your budget and actual and the differences in the percentage of budget that you've achieved so far. And now if we head over to the annual sheet, the annual overview provides a visual summary of your finances year to date. So it starts on the budget start date and will be up to the date of your latest actuals information. So in this case, it's August. So a very similar layout. So we've got some headline figures and summary charts and tables at the top. And then it goes into our breakdown for each category and subcategory with the addition of a trend analysis, which goes through our actuals versus expected by month. The trend analysis also captures the top 5 subcategories in that particular category. So it just shows you a bit more of a breakdown of what's happening per month, per category. You'll also find a transaction tracker and a smart calendar to help you track your income and expenses, whether they are upcoming or have already occurred. There are 10,000 rows to capture your information. You simply need to enter the information on the transaction tracker, head over to the calendar, Select the week beginning, so decide on which weekday you want the calendar to begin. Select your month and year, and it will automatically bring through whatever is on your transaction tracker. But just to let you know that the transaction tracker and the smart calendar are not linked to the budget tracker. So these are just to be used in isolation together. So now we are set up with our budget and actuals tracker, I want to give you 3 quick tips to help you manage your budgets. I do have another video where I go into a bit more detail about the benefits of budgeting and different budgeting strategies, so I'll link that at the end of this one. So tip number 1 is don't forget the small stuff. Small purchases can add up really quickly, so don't forget to capture those coffee purchases, those takeaways, and those forgotten subscriptions. A great thing to do is to look through all your bank statements and just write down everything. Budgeting doesn't necessarily mean cutting these things out, it just means that you're more aware of your spending patterns so you can take better informed decisions from there. So tip number 2 is to check in weekly or even every few days. Reviewing only once a month may be too late to make any changes if you've overspent, so set up a regular check-in time and stay on top of your spending. So tip number 3 is to set financial goals. Consider what you might want to do with your money and maybe set some financial goals. Do you want to build an emergency fund? Do you want to save for a deposit? Or maybe you just want to clear some credit card debt? Quite often, if we have goals that are specific and time-bound, it can be really effective and really motivating. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start budgeting. In fact, there is no perfect moment. Start where you are and start with what you have. Even small steps like tracking your spending for a week can have a huge impact. I hope this has been really helpful for you. For those who have already purchased the budget tracker, thank you so much. For those who are interested, please do visit my website. All the links are in the description box below. I'd love to know how your budgeting journey is going. Have you started already? If not, then hopefully this video has inspired you to start. If you have any questions at all, please drop them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.